Welcome back to F.E.M.R.L. This is Season 3 Preseason testing here at Melbourne, Australia. All 24 drivers are lined up in the pit box getting ready to go out on track. As we see the first driver out on track, it is Mr. F.E.M.R.L, the Italian driver transferring from Tag Heuer Porsche over to Envision Racing for this season. And welcome back to the championship. Season 1 World Champion Ollie Lowe, he is driving in the Mahindra for this season. Season 1 and Season 2 Constructors Champions Nissan have brought their car out, with Hong Kong rookie F.E.M.R.L driving their car. Season 1 Vice Champion Marcos Dunn is also back in the Envision car this season, with Riley Watson, 3-time F1 MC champion, driving in the Cooper Kiro. Taralo Zigo, the other Italian driver on the grid in number 57, is driving in the Maserati MSG racing car. As welcome back to the championship is McLaren, but no longer as previously Neon McLaren Formula E in Season 1, it is now McLaren Octagon Formula E. As we see the Neon Brawn GP team end off the Preseason car for the season, alongside Arthur, who is in the 5. Gabriel the Philippine driver, is in Red Bull Porsche alongside Verstio. Zygmunt, Hungarian drivers in the Alpine alongside Antoine the Frenchman in the number 42. Tommy in the number 45 is driving in the Lola Yamaha app this season alongside the Briton Sonny Desvara. As we see Arthur coming out of the pits, Mr. F.E.M.R.L is going to cross the line and set the benchmark lap of 1:27.941. Desvara is now coming out of the pit lane. As we see Saragi and McLaren Octagon Formula E, the brand new team this season, is finally coming out of the pit lane. As of course this season, with 12 teams on the grid and 24 cars out on track for this season and beyond. Ollie Lowe sets a time of 1:27.914, 0.026 seconds faster than Mr. F.E.M.R.L's time. As we see Yanis Dos Santos is the other Maserati MSG racing car, the Cyprus driver. Mr. F.E.M.R.L sets the fastest Sector 2 of 16.799, 3.750 seconds faster than the previous Sector 2 time. As we see Verstio to the line, he goes 4th fastest. Zygmunt with the fastest Sector 1 of 25.963. As we see Anton crossing the line, he goes up to 5th place. In place of his teammate Enoch Yu in the Andretti is now the next driver to cross the line. He is in 7th place. The Hong Kong driver, as we see his cousin, of course, in the other Andretti, number 25 of Arnold Yu. Mr. F.E.M.R.L now sets a time of 1:16.124, his first proper flying lap of the day. F.E.M.R.L goes up to 4th fastest, Marcos Dunn goes up to 3rd. As we see the Briton Philip Williams also returning to the series this season, changing from the number 42 to the number 41 and joining DS Penske. He goes up to 6th place. As we now see Lavari Cabinet, the reigning world champion, finally out on track in the other Mahindra Racing, and Matthew Hart on track for McLaren Octagon. Gabriel to the line, he goes 2nd fastest, the Philippine driver, 0.109 seconds behind Mr. F.E.M.R.L. As Verstio to the line, he goes quickest overall. As now we see Anton, the next driver to cross the line, the French driver in the French team Alpine, he goes up to 2nd place, only behind Verstio. Tommy, the next driver to cross the line, he goes up to 9th place, but immediately got replaced by Enoch Yu, who goes up to 3rd place. There, the Hong Kong driver Cooper Ivy goes to 11th place. Next up is Arthur, the British driver, to the line. He goes 11th fastest in the Neon Brawn GP. As we see Mr. F.E.M.R.L coming into the pits, Sonny Desvara crosses the line. He goes 14th fastest. In the Lola Yamaha app, Saragi goes up to 5th fastest, the Honduras driver. Yanis Dos Santos to the line, the Cyprus driver, goes 20th fastest. Lavari Cabinet goes 16th fastest. Not the best lap time from our reigning world champion. Andrei Nezbezki, the Moldova driver, goes up to 22nd. The next man to cross the line is Arnold Yu. He goes up to 3rd fastest. in place of his teammate and cousin Enoch Yu. It is not the best of days in the office for our reigning Constructors champions, with their two cars sitting 22nd and 23rd. Dio, the driver with the quickest times, coming into the pits, while Zygmunt, the Hungarian driver, is coming out of the pits. As we see Anton now coming into pit lane. I think most drivers will be pitting to change onto a new set of soft tyres and going out for a final flying lap of the pre-season test. Cooper Ivy, the Australian driver, is now rounding the final corner. He comes into the pits. Arthur is also into the pits in the number 5 Neon Brawn GP car. Sonny DeZavaro, the Lola Yamaha Apt, is rounding the final corner. He comes into the pits, the British driver. Matthew Hart is currently 1.078 seconds behind Dio's time. He's now coming round the final two corners. It looks like the Scotsman is coming into the pits. That is correct. As we see, I think Enoch Yu is coming out of the pits, while Arnold Yu, his teammate in the number 25, is coming into the pits. With 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go, I think most drivers are now coming out for an outlap, including Arthur, the British driver, in the number 5. Mr. Finazziero is on his hot lap. He's going to cross the line now. What is the time for Finazziero? He stays 5th fastest. Zygmunt stays 9th. Ollie Lowe to the line. What is going to be the time for the Season 1 champion? He stays 8th fastest. Taralo Zigo, the 57, rounding the final corner. He's about to cross the line. What's going to be the time for the Italian? He stays 11th fastest. Arthur is currently on his outlap. So is Saragi. Matthew Hart is coming out of the pit. Zygmunt is sets the fastest sector 1. Marcos done to the line. He stays 17th fastest. As we see Tommy now rounding the final couple of corners, the Hong Kong driver is now about to cross the line. He got active attack mode open. What's going to be the time for the Hong Kong driver? He crossed the line and he stays 14th fastest. Cooper Ivy stays 16th. As we see a brief shot of the two Alpines on track, as we see now Arthur is coming to the line. What's going to be the time for the British driver? He stays 15th fastest. Sonny DeZavaro to the line. The number 7 stays 19th fastest. Finazziero stays 5th fastest. Zygmunt to the line. He goes up to 3rd, pushes Finazziero down to 6th. As we see Ollie Lowe to the line. He stays 9th fastest. Now with just under 2 minutes to go, this is probably the final flying lap for the Season 1 World Champion. Tommy is currently rounding Sector 2. Mkar Singh goes up to 11th fastest in the Nissan Formula E team car. Cabinet to the line. The reigning world champion stays 20th fastest. It's a rough day in the office for the reigning drivers world champion in the number 1 Mahindra racing car. Matthew Hart to the line. He stays 13th fastest. His teammate Saragi, the Honduras driver, is currently sitting in 8th on McLaren Octagon's debut. Tommy crosses the line. He goes up to 14th fastest. It is the McLaren brand's return to the F.E.M.R.L brothers. Neon McLaren back in the day, but now it is the new team McLaren Octagon, as obviously Neon McLaren became Neon Brawn GP. As we see Arthur in the Brawn GP crosses the line. He goes 9th fastest. Sonny DeZavaro to the line, the Lola. He goes 15th in front of his teammate Tommy. As we approach the final 40 seconds, Mr. Finazziero is coming into the pits. That was his final lap. He is currently sitting in 8th. Dio to the line. He doesn't extend his advantage. It's the 1:15.258 for the Brazilian driver. Saragi to the line. The 76 stays 10th fastest. Matthew Hart is rounding the final few corners. Enoch Yu is currently on his final flying lap. Arnold Yu is the next driver to cross the line. He's currently sitting in 5th and he stays 5th fastest. As we see one of the DS Penske into the pits, Andrei Nesbeski goes up to 9th but now drops down to 10th as Matthew Hart goes up to 7th place. The clock hits 0, so these are the final laps for these 24 drivers. Tommy is rounding the final corner. He is about to cross the line. He gets attack mode open coming down the straight. What is his place going to be? Tommy stays 17th fastest. Cooper RV stays 22nd. Gabriel stays 3rd fastest. Verstillo is rounding the final couple of corners. Arthur, the British driver, is going to cross the line and he stays 11th fastest. Sonny DeZavaro to the line. He stays 16th fastest. Here comes Verstillo. Will he extend his advantage or will this be his best lap? Verstillo to the line. He doesn't extend his advantage at the top. He stays with a time of 1:15.258. Saragi to the line. He stays 12th fastest. Here comes Freddie Harrison in the number 31. What is he going to do? He stays 19th. Here comes the Vari Cabernet. He crossed the line and he stays second last of the field. Yanis Dos Santos stays 20th fastest. Matthew Hart, the final driver to cross the line, he stays 7th fastest. That's it then for preseason testing. Let's see the times. Verstillo with the quickest time of 1:15.258. Then is Anton, Gabriel, Zygmunt, Arnold Yu, Enoch Yu, Matthew Hart, Taralo, Zigo, Mr. Fanazia, and Andrei Nesbetsky running at the top 10. Then is Arthur, Saragi, Marcos, Dunn, Ollie Lowe, Mkar Singh, Sonny DeZavaro, Tommy, Endot, DeFries, Freddie Harrison, Yanis Dos Santos, Philip Williams, Cooper RV, reigning world champion Lavari Cabinet, and Riley Watson rounds off the 24. Thank you to everyone for tuning into ECNY 29. We will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. for round 1 qualifying at Sao Paulo.